Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-May right through to mid-June 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, the frequencies of the earth are changing at this present time. You can all feel it, of course, and what it means is the Tibetan symbols that I normally use may not be as palatable to the ear as they used to be, as we become more sensitive and open to the vibrations around us. So I've sourced a softer frequency to prepare and cleanse your reading. I'm using a Gaia chime to cleanse hourly, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound, okay? And let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who's coming towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know regarding their love life at this present moment? Can you please show them the way? Who is coming towards them for their highest good? What do they need to know at this present moment? Well, the first card there is the Tower. Okay, now that is your protagonist energy, so that means that you are under construction. It can be that you are a work in progress right now, that you may be rebuilding some part of your life, restructuring in some way, and of course it can indicate that you are someone who actually stands out in a crowd. You know, you get a lot of attention, but you may not notice that because you're busy focused on your own priorities and your goals, your dreams. But I feel some of you, maybe in the past, you had a shock when it came to love. Some of you may be rebuilding. Now, it doesn't have to be connected to love per se. It can be that life is a little bit busy, chaotic. You feel that, you need to really, how can I put that? Take control of your time, for example, create space for love. Create a foundation for love to come on in. But I definitely see here that you are having major epiphanies and realizations about you, your path, what you want in life. And I definitely see here that you are a very strong person. A tower of power there. We also have the Devil card, okay, so that's in the resistance position, and we have the World there as well. So some of you are in a period of perhaps shedding what is old and familiar, getting closure on some very challenging situations, and some of you are breaking some habits, maybe old habits that you tend to slip into. Now, this doesn't have to be connected to love. This can be that you're detoxifying your life in some way, or you're being a little bit more strict with yourself when it comes to any habits that you tend to fall into from time to time. But your first card there is the Tower. So this is your protagonist energy. So I feel like you are making some changes in your life. And these are big changes. I feel a lot of you could have felt that your world was turned upside down in some way at some point, and you're just recalibrating your life in some way. But for a majority of you, because we have that Devil card in the Resistance position, this tells me that some of you have been feeling a bit stuck when it comes to love, maybe stuck in a routine or a cycle, but the Devil card in this position actually is very positive. It means that you are liberating yourself from a very stuck or stagnant situation. You may feel that your love life has come to a standstill, as it were, or when you meet people, you may feel it goes round and round in cycles and perpetuates a cycle of repeat that you feel a little bit fed up with, okay? You know, the Tower can be a period where you felt like isolating yourself, withdrawing from love because you feel there's no one out there who is, you know, what you're looking for, has that spark, as it were. This is a card of like isolation or removing oneself in order to prioritize one's needs. And it can also indicate that some of you have been a bit of a homebody. You know, we build structures in our lives where we feel comfortable, okay? Now, this can be that you're in a cycle of repeat, a routine, for example. It can be that you've built a life of comfort and you're very busy in that life of comfort, and sometimes we slip into complacency. Now, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, but sometimes we build a structure, because that's what the Tower is, where we feel comfortable and every day is kind of the same. We like to make some changes, minuscule changes that we feel in control of, but sometimes we slip into a cycle of repeat and suddenly time flies on by. It can be days, months, years, decades where we are just doing life, okay? We feel like we're on autopilot and we're comfortable where we're at. Remember, the Tower can feel really comfortable until such time as that lightning bolt hits the crown chakra on the Tower and everything changes. Remember, when the universe sends you a very uncomfortable feeling and you get a little bit antsy in life or there's a bit of tension there, it is a signpost from the universe to say something needs to change. And I feel like you are listening. There is some change afoot here. You know, the Tower, I actually love the Tower because it means you are going to take a leap of faith or you're liberating yourself from this very stuck situation. So if you have been, you know, in a period of being a bit of a homebody, for example, or you're so busy and you're locked onto your goals and that's the only thing that you're doing, or if it's this sense of responsibility that you're adhering to at this moment in time, the Tower says, you know, something's got to change, okay? So this could be very sudden that you decide to spontaneously do something. You know, the Tower actually can mean to drive out the old in order to embrace the new. So I feel a lot of you are detoxifying your life, moving away from toxic situations, relationships, friendships, you know, maybe even cycles of repeat. A lot of you could be, you know, raising in frequencies because that's what a lightning bolt is, a sudden epiphany, which shatters anything that is not authentic and true. So you're being really honest with yourself right now and saying, who's got my back? You know, who presents an energy that drains me? Who is toxic for me? What is toxic for me? Is there something that has been holding me back? And if you've been feeling frustrated, I definitely see here that there is change afoot. But also some of you, you may attract people who are very physically attracted to you, someone who really wants the physical side of a connection, but you may want something long-term and stable there because you have the World card. So I feel like you're looking for a partner who takes this journey of life and love. And I feel like you are going to be in the right place at the right time to meet that person. But some of you may be getting closure on either, you know, a toxic situation, or if you have been like in a cycle of repeat, you're breaking free from something that has felt like it was binding you in some way. You know, I know that a lot of you are learning a lesson about your own self-worth at this time, and that you are not bound to, you know, a person or situation or a place. Your self-worth is not tied up in a specific thing or a person or an event, as I mentioned there. And it can indicate that you are not being confined anymore with that Devil card in the Resistance position. That's why I love that it's there. Now, the Tower says things are not as they seem. Now, just because you can't see that love is coming on in doesn't mean it's not coming on in, okay? But we've also got an opportunity for you to rebuild stronger. So I feel like you're rebuilding your life the way you want it to be. And I feel this is a period where you are changing everything or doing some sort of revamping of your life. It can be suddenly you desire everything to be different. You may come out of your comfort zone and try new things. And this Devil card can indicate that you're leading with your passions, that you are not allowing anything to hold you back at this time. This can be a detachment or a freedom or even an awareness that you've got stuck in a cycle of repeat, or that once there was comfort and structure, but now it feels frustrating and you want something different. But also, I feel for some of you, there is a potential fling here, okay? A physical connection or a flirtation. Doesn't always have to be physical, can just be a flirtation. I feel for some of you, you will encounter that very shortly if you haven't already. And then I do see that you're about to enter a new phase in life where you meet a person who is going to take this journey of life and love with you, someone that you will settle down with, because I see a new start here. We've got watch out for risk-taking behaviors. Don't let lust override your judgment. Okay, so the quick fix, some of you may be breaking free from a quick fix, or, sometimes, especially if you have an ex who comes in and out of your life occasionally, this can be a familiar pattern. It's almost like you know how it's going to go. They come on in, you both are drawn to each other, magnetized towards each other. You always know it's going to end up in a pattern or a cycle of repeat. Well, I feel like you're fed up right now of that if you're going through something like that, and I feel like you're getting closure on this, and you may actually shock this person that you're shutting it down. Now, for the rest of you, the Tower, it can indicate that you're feeling a little bit isolated. Doesn't mean you don't want love. Some of you could have withdrawn from love because you're protecting yourself if you were hurt in the past. But ultimately, I feel there is this energy of wanting to break free from this energy. I don't want to say singledom, because I see that a lot of you are self-sufficient. You are building in confidence and you don't need anybody. You are whole all by yourself, especially since we have the World card there. But I do see that you want someone as a companion or a partner. And I feel, you are entering into an era now where this person is meant to meet you. Okay, the Devil card, it can indicate that you may be doing something that you're passionate about, almost like rewilding. Okay, so that's what is coming there with that card in this position. Now we also have the World there. This is your outcome energy. This means that you are going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right person. You've been coming back into balance in your life, and I feel like you're so ready for love after a period of isolation. I mean, some of you may feel the dating scene is exhausting. You're so fed up. The Tower can be like, you know what, I'm just going to hunker down at home because there's just no one out there who is sparking my attention. No one who has that spark, that, thing that you're looking for, that je ne sais quoi. But I do see that you're about to meet a person who is very passionate, very intense, and I feel there's a lot of chemistry between you and this new person, but I feel like you're not going to rush into it, and you're not going to allow lust to rule. I feel like you are looking for something for the long term there. And the World card can indicate that you have been learning a lot of lessons about self-worth and also about rushing into things. So we've got here, you are complete. A pause before a new start. Take a breath. So you've been put on pause on purpose. Now, for some of you, you could have been waiting for love for a long time. And don't get me wrong, when I say waiting for love, I don't mean that you've been sitting in candlelight by the windowsill waiting for love to walk on by. I feel like you've been super busy in your life and you've been prioritizing your own needs, very goal-oriented, focusing on projects. But I do see here that the time has come where almost like if you've been dormant or you felt like your mojo was a little bit dampened, I feel like you're going to get a little bit more curious about who's out there, and you're going to find yourself on the right path to meet this person. Some of you, with the World card, you could actually meet this person traveling, because the World card can be a travel card, but also it could be that either this person is from a different part of the world than you, but also it could be that you are thinking about relocating, whether it's overseas or to a different district or county or state or area. For some of you, there could be some change going on in your life because there is a major restructure going on. The Tower and the World, it could be a change in your home space for example. And it's not negative. I want you to be aware of that, because the Tower is showing up in your protagonist energy. Whenever that happens, it means you are in control of the changes. It's almost like you're doing a bit of a demolition in your life. You are in a period of shedding things that no longer resonate with you. Anything you've outgrown, you're letting it go. You're freeing yourself up. And I feel there is a lighter feeling here for you to be aware of what you want in life and, of course, in love, and what you certainly do not want. But the World card, it tells me that you will reach your goal. There is a relationship that brings contentment and harmony as well. But most importantly, you had to harmonize your own life first before you meet this person. So let's get to the Celtic Cross to see who you're meeting, when, and what's going to happen there, and maybe how you will meet this person. We got the Judgment card. So you're doing a lot of, judging your life in a period of review, but also you could be having a wake-up call, because the Judgment card is to signal it's time. It's time for change. It's time to let go of something. It's time to embrace something new. And crossing you, we have the Knight of Cups. So that which you do not have right now, the Knight of Cups is present. So it means love will be present in your life. But right now, a lot of you have not met love. And I feel like you may meet love on the path of your purpose. So let's get the rest of your cards. We have the King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know regarding their situation in love? Who is coming their way? Can you please guide them for their highest good? We have the Two of Swords. You can't see this person coming, but there is a long-term relationship on the horizon for you. We have a Four of Pentacles, which means it is a long-term relationship, okay? This one is for keeps, and we are in the year of the snake right now, so it can indicate that this is a very transformative year for you when it comes to love. We have the Two of Pentacles there, and that is all about balance and harmony, and you have been trying to get back into some sort of synchronicity in your life. We do have a Nine of Cups, wish fulfilled there, and this is a circumstance outside of yourself. Okay, we have a Five of Pentacles and we have a Ten of Wands. So, I mean, these two cards highlight breaking free from something, but also I feel a lot of you have responsibilities on your shoulders, duties, and things have been pretty heavy recently with that Ten of Wands. But the Ten of Wands tells me that you are releasing baggage. A lot of you are clearing space for a new beginning, releasing the excess in order to embrace new. I'm just going to go one more card. Whoa, look at that energy that just popped out there, the Chariot. So you may be on the move when you meet this person, but the Chariot literally means movement and improvement. So I do see progress when it comes to love. But let's see what's going on here for you. A lot of you are locked onto your sense of calling, okay? And you're listening to your heart. The Judgment card is an epiphany. It is a realization, but also it is to get clear on the sort of lifestyle that you want to aspire to and achieve. The Judgment card can literally be a period of self-analysis, an awakening within you, and a rebirth of energy and foresight as to what you want. So if you feel like you've lain dormant for a while, suddenly it's you awakening to desiring to either fall in love with your life a little bit more, romance your life a little bit more, but also to open up to the possibility of love there as well. So I do see with this Judgment energy that you're being guided and protected, and I feel like you're going to be shown the way towards a love opportunity. Now, I'm actually seeing, and this may have come up for a reading of yours in the past, I'm not really sure, but I'm seeing a fortune cookie, okay? So there may be a message in a fortune cookie for you, or also it could be that you meet a person, go on a date with that person, or perhaps you have a conversation about a fortune cookie. Maybe both of you get a fortune cookie separately, before even meeting each other, that you're about to meet the one, and maybe it's a topic of conversation for you both in the future. I'm not really sure why I'm being given a fortune cookie, but I am, so please, bank it as an image or something that may be relevant in your future. It may mean nothing to you right now, but I'm being shown it for a reason. Some of you, it could be that as soon as you finish this reading, you see like a reel of a fortune cookie, or one appears in a movie that you watch, for example, or you find one or someone gifts you one. So please apply it to your situation. I feel it's a bit of a signpost to you that love is on its way, because this is normally a sign, an omen, okay? And I feel this is about you kind of like suddenly realizing that it's time. Okay. Now, the Judgment card can be to let go of something in order to embrace something more. So it can be that you are in a period of shedding, as I mentioned, because the Judgment card can be a calling to leave your old life behind. You know, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there are figures that are called by the angel to stand up in coffins, okay, in order to embrace a new life. And you're on the precipice of change here. And I feel a lot of you could be breaking free from something, like feeling stuck, or like moving away from your old life in some way, or suddenly changing something about the way you do life, maybe even exploring new places in your neighborhood. I just feel like something is different within you, and I feel something passionate and adventurous is arising within you, and you may be looking at new ways to meet new people, but it is through your calling that you will meet this person, this sense of purpose. So you may feel called to go on a vacation or to go to an event that is outside your usual parameters. I mean, I'm not being given any energy of where you will meet this person at this time. Normally I'm given something, but I feel it could be a call from a friend to say, hey, do you want to go to this place? It could be an event. So I'm going to pull a card when I get to the Four of Pentacles there just to see, but I have to say that love is on the horizon, because this is the crossing card. The Knight of Cups can indicate in this position that, you know, you have met people where they have had unrealistic expectations. Maybe they were very kind of like indecisive, and they wanted love on their terms. For some of you, you could have met a person who you had a crush on, and either it was not reciprocal, or that this person was very immature, not emotionally available to offer you the love that you truly deserve and desire. And some of you, with that Tower, you may have not had any experiences in love, and you may feel that love is not showing up for you, that, you know, perhaps it has passed you by, the opportunity, but that is not true at all. This Knight of Cups has shown up in this reading in this position because it is a crossing position, and it means that you don't have this right now, or you have not met this person right now, but it is a potential for you in your future. Romance will be coming on in. So for some of you, this is an invitation that you haven't received yet, but for some reason I'm getting this like call from a friend, okay? But I will clarify that when I get to that Four of Pentacles. I mean, do people call each other anymore? It's probably more of like a text, for example. But if you still call people, or your friends call you, it could be a call. Maybe it's because we've got that trumpet there. What is that? Thank you so much. Truly grateful. I'm just seeing like people running. Okay. It's like it could be a race, for example, or, I mean, the Chariot card could connect to a race. Some of you may be supporting a friend if they're doing some sort of charity event or race. Some of you may be doing that. Maybe charity work is in some way involved. I'm just seeing like lots of people like running, and they've all got numbers on them. So definitely it is some sort of either marathon or half marathon or some sort of race there. So I'm just going to leave that there, because it could be something that you may see or get involved in. Right now, I'm not being given how it's relevant to your reading, so I'm going to move away from that energy. But I would say that you've been called in this pause to fall in love with yourself first and be a best friend to yourself. And I feel like you are stepping into a state of attraction energy, and you can have what you desire. And I definitely see here that you are going to meet a person where you fall in love, okay? Now, because we have the Four of Pentacles in the position it's in, I would say that meeting this person in the next 6 weeks, there is a potential, but I feel it's kind of outside the 6 weeks bracket. Gotta be honest with you, but let's look a little bit deeper. I mean, we have the King of Wands on the earthly plane position. And this position tends to mean, you know, your dealings with day-to-day activities. So it can mean that right now you're in a position where you are passionate or creative and you are influencing your circumstances. A lot of you are aligning yourself with what you desire, and you're taking ownership of your life and taking the lead, as it were. So I would say here that this is you building in confidence. But also what I love about the King of Wands energy, it indicates, especially with that Ten of Pentacles, you do have some responsibilities, okay? You have things on your to-do list that you have to do, duties, and you have to, connect to family members and soul tribe members there, because the Ten of Pentacles can connect to the family unit in some way. But, the King of Wands can sometimes be a little bit like impromptu, spontaneous, sporadic. So it could be that suddenly you have a desire to do something, and I feel some of you could book something like on a whim, and it could be with somebody else, because I'm getting two energies with that Chariot card, and there's two knights here. So it could be you and another person suddenly decide to go and do something, and this is going to put you in the path to love, okay? But I'll have to pull a card, as I mentioned, on that Four of Pentacles. King of Wands, this is about you learning to shine your light again, to, be motivated again when it comes to love. And I feel there is this energy with this card that you're taking the initiative in some way. You've been building a life of security, but I feel like your vitality and motivation is returning, and you're going to influence your circumstances based on that. Now, also, I'm getting another energy with this, and what I'm getting is a frisson, a spark. Okay, so this is very much a Leo card. So you could meet someone who's got strong Leo placements or a lot of fire in their chart. Doesn't have to be sun, moon, or rising, but this card can indicate a very attractive, passionate person who family is important. But I just need to pull a card on this, because I'm getting like a spark, a chemistry. This person is very confident. I just want to see if this person is connected to somebody already, because we have that Ten of Pentacles connection. So I want to know if this person has been married before, or if they are currently in a high-level commitment, because I do see a flirtation, and I mentioned this very physical kind of connection with you and a person. But I want to see, are they connected to someone else? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know about this person? Can you please show them for their highest good? We got the Eight of Wands. They've been moving on from a connection. Okay, so I would say this person is single. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Eight of Wands is messaging. So if some of you are messaging someone right now, I feel like this person physically very attracted to you. I feel that they could be developing feelings, but the Two of Swords is there, which means there's a bit of a pause. So it can be that either they've just come out of something and they're just finding their way, and you don't really want to connect to someone who is just like coming out of a relationship. You don't want to be this person's rebound. Now, I don't think that you would be, but at the same time, just be a little bit mindful of that. We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is rivalry. So I feel that you will meet someone new. There's two knights here. This is definitely giving me vibes that if you're talking to someone new at this moment in time and you're wondering how it's going, Five of Wands, I feel with the Eight of Wands there, this tells me that there could be a moment where you wonder, is this person really for you? Okay. I feel like you actually meet another person in the meantime. We've got a Knight of Pentacles there, and we have that Knight of Cups. Because the Knight of Cups is in the crossing position, the King of Wands being present on the earthly plane tells me that perhaps you haven't met the person that you're going to fall deeply in love with yet. And this is the flirtation that I picked up on the overarching energy. Just watch out for that, because the Five of Wands is rivalry. Okay. So that can mean two people, really vying for your attention. Right now, you're kind of like, I can't see it. The Two of Swords is there. Is like, where are they at? I can't see anybody right now. Could you please let me know when these people are coming in? But it can be that you are getting a little bit more creative, and that you're putting yourself in a position to meet new people, and then those people will kind of arrive in your life. But some of you, not all of you, there could be a flirtation that you're having right now. I feel like they are single. But the Eight of Wands tells me that it's very passionate, very intense, and, it's like magnetic, but maybe too fast. Okay, so just watch out for that. I feel this person, because they have come out of something, and this is only if you are connecting to someone right now who's just come out of something, I feel like they could be falling into infatuation. They are wanting to fall in love, but I feel it will be a process, and you may have to kind of like slow things down for it to develop into a high level commitment. But by then, I also feel like you'll have met another person that you're going to have feelings for there as well. Okay, now a lot of you, this can also connect to you being a little bit more active. Five of Wands is to be active, and it can indicate that you're super busy, okay? That Two of Pentacles there, it tells me that you have a lot on your plate, a lot going on right now, and the Five of Wands can be that you have to actively seek love, and the Eight of Wands can indicate that you're ready to fall in love, and you don't want to fall into infatuation, but you're thinking about traveling, or you're going through some changes, and you're establishing priorities right now to commit to change, okay? So I would say that you're being very decisive about what it is that you want, and actively seeking that and not settling for second best. So these cards can mean these things as well. Now, with that Ten of Pentacles in the past position, this can indicate you have a lot of responsibilities connected to the family. You could be a carer, or you could be like a main breadwinner, for example. That Ten of Pentacles can also indicate some of you were in a high-level commitment in the past, maybe even married for some of you. And if that's you, I definitely see here that you've been going through a healing process if you are separate from the person that you used to be with. And, you know, that Two of Swords, it's almost like you felt you couldn't see yourself falling in love again, or, you know, some of you may have felt, have you missed your chance for love? And that's not true at all. I see love coming on in here for you. But also I feel this is a promise to yourself that you only want to be in a high level commitment where you feel secure, where you can see a relationship that is invested in each other. I mean, this is the marriage card, so it can be that you are deciding to conserve yourself and wait for the one, and that you are building in confidence and also valuing yourself in a different way there as well. A lot of you are focused on your finances and your sense of prosperity, but also it can be that you want a traditional relationship, and it can be that you are investing in yourself in a period of personal development and growth in order to be ready for a healthy love to come on in. You're creating that space, that foundation. Now, of course, the Ten of Pentacles can also indicate that a lot of you are wondering where you belong, especially since the world is there. It can indicate, where do you believe you belong in the world? Some of you could be thinking about relocating, or you're looking at different countries or different environments where you feel like you want to plant roots. I mean, some of you could have literally had a major change, upheaval of where you live already. It could be that you are in a new neighborhood and you're just trying to get to grips with meeting new people, and you're just planting roots and getting stabilized, and you're like, last thing on my mind right now is falling in love. I do want it to happen, but you need to get stable or settled before you actually open yourself up to meeting new people in the neighborhood, for example. But I definitely see here that you have a wonderful platform to meet a new person, and I feel that you will meet a person where it is a long-term relationship. Now, we do have the potential, and the potential position is the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords indicates that you're developing your spiritual gifts at this time. You are protecting your inner peace, but also you're in uncharted territory. Some of you could have been out of the dating scene for a while. It could also be that every time you pop your head out to see if anyone is interesting and has that spark that you're looking for, you may be instantly deciding to remove yourself and saying, actually, there's no one out there. I'm just gonna, focus on me. The Two of Swords is all about balance, okay? But it's also a stalemate energy. So it can indicate that right now you feel like your dating life is at a plateau. Nothing is happening there, and you cannot see how you're about to meet a new person. But I want you to be aware that Five of Wands showed up, which means there will be rivalry, or there will be options, okay? I'm not saying rivalry where they're just going to like go face to face and say, hey, I want Sagittarius. Sagittarius is mine. I'm not saying that. I just mean that you're going to have options, and you may not be able to see those options right now, but the Two of Swords is to make a decision. So it's another card that highlights that you are going to have to decide who is right for you. And right now, some of you could be taking a break in life from the dating scene in order to consider your options. You may be making monumental changes in your life, and you need to really tap into the answers within yourself, and those answers come when you're in a peaceful state of mind. But if you're starting with the Tower, it can indicate that a lot of you have had a very chaotic period that you've been trying to move through at this time, and as soon as you get settled, or you recalibrate, as it were, then, you know, suddenly the right people will appear in your life. Now, if you know the Two of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, a figure is sitting on a beach. There's no threat there, but the guards are up. So some of you, if you've been hurt in a past situation, it could be that you are very defensive and you're in a period of healing. You're not letting anyone in at this time because you feel you are not ready for love, or you are hesitant to get into a high-level commitment because you may have been hurt in the past, especially if it was a toxic situation in the past. I want you to be aware you're fully closing that chapter out of your life, and you're moving on to someone who really values your heart, okay, and loves you for you, and has done spiritual evolution work so that they can elevate in frequency and be emotionally available to offer you the love that you truly deserve and desire. But coming back to that Two of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the figure is about to move into uncharted territory. So you may be experiencing something new, either a new event or a new place or a new environment. And, you know, there's normally two stones in the background, which means stepping stones. And I feel that you are going to meet a flirtation, and that's the stepping stone to meeting love. Okay, so I feel like you may meet a person and there's instant attraction, but you may feel it's very physical in nature and you want a little bit more substance to the relationship. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the person. It can be that they just are missing an ingredient and you don't see your future with that person, because this can be a card that says, I don't really see it. Okay, I'm going to explore my options at this time. So as we move to the next 6 weeks position, we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles can indicate that, yes, you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but this card comes with a cautionary tale. Don't let life pass you by. You must have time for fun, enjoyment, and frivolity. You know, really hard at the moment. Life is challenging. I mean, it's always been challenging, but the last couple of years, it's like the whole world has turned upside down, and it feels like a new level of crazy right now. So it could be that you're just trying to find your way, and it's really hard. But the Four of Pentacles indicates that you are creating that foundation that is healthy for love to come on in. But also, the Four of Pentacles is taking ownership for your life. So I feel this is about you kind of like being ready, preparing a foundation and saying, you know what, I want a secure relationship, and I feel like you will have that available to you. But we have this kind of like treasure chest. And I feel a lot of you are learning that you are the treasure, okay, and that you're in a state of attraction. But some of you could be locked off from love at this moment in time because you're going through some radical changes. You know, the snake is a period of shedding. It is a period of rebirth, of transforming in some way. So let me just, you know, pull a card on that Four of Pentacles for you, because I really want to see what it means there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know about this Four of Pentacles? I feel more than anything, it's a long-term secure relationship that you're attracting. We got the Eight of Wands again. Okay, so this can be that some of you have been saving for a vacation, or it can be an event that you go to that secures your place, and you may meet a person there. Eight of Wands is transformation, and that's what that snake represents there. And we have the Strength card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Strength card is a Leo energy. I did mention like a flirtation with a potential Leo there, or someone who has a lot of fire in their chart. We got the Eight of Wands. That's fire as well. We got the Emperor. Okay, so I would say a lot of you, there is this energy of you meeting a high-level commitment after a flirtation. And this could be like someone giving you a compliment and there being a little bit of a flirtation, and then you're like, okay, that was nice. but I'm not interested. And then you meet a person, okay? It doesn't have to be a physical thing, doesn't have to be a big like 3-month affair with a person, and then suddenly you decide to detach from that and meet someone new. So please apply it to your situation. But the Eight of Wands, I feel a lot of you with this Four of Pentacles, I'm getting this energy of securing your place at something, okay? Whether it's an event or an experience, whatever it is, I'm just getting like you secure your place at this thing. And the Eight of Wands, some of you may have to travel outside your usual parameters. The Strength card can indicate that you're doing something bold and daring and different. And the Emperor indicates a high-level commitment with a divine counterpart, okay? And, you know, the Emperor energy, again, fire in the chart. So, you know, that's an Aries energy. So I would say you are going to meet a couple of people who are very passionate, very intense, but the Emperor is normally very serious about settling down. They have a plan, you know, they are very secure in life. Someone who basically knows what they want. They have that 5-year plan and they're looking to settle down. They're mature enough to know what they want there as well. But also, I want you to come back to that Four of Pentacles, because in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, my guides are actually showing me this card in the water. And, you know, the figure is actually standing in front of the city, which can represent home, okay, or a place that one lives. And it's like they are removed from the hustle and bustle. So it could be that you are either moving away from home or you are doing something outside of the hustle bustle of your area, and you know you are going to secure your place at something, and that's when everything changes. Okay, I mean, for some of you, this could be through work. It doesn't have to be, but the Emperor is there, so it can be business related for some of you, or it can be connected. Thanks so much, I'm sure grateful. My guides are giving me that the person you're about to meet actually has power and influence. Okay, so this person, I mean, it could be a business person. They could be someone well known as well. But I'm being given this energy of someone being really serious about you and very nurturing, very protective, but not overly protective. This person, you know, they would literally sweep you off your feet or say what they really feel. And you find that really refreshing there as well. I actually feel that there is you and a friend. You go somewhere. I feel it's one person with you, okay? So if you're currently searching for your soul tribe, it could be that you go to an event and you really build a friendship with one person there, and they invite you to something maybe in their neighborhood, or maybe there is some sort of excursion that is connected to a hobby or something that you do, and that's where you meet this new person. But you're on course to meet a person, but I feel there's just, I'd say it's on the cusp, just after the 6 weeks, okay? That's what I'm picking up there. Now, your advice to yourself in this moment, Two of Pentacles, find balance in your life. A lot of you are like multitasking, super busy. It can be that you are trying to prioritize your time, but also create harmony in your life, and things have been fluctuating. So you're trying to find some sort of rhythm, especially if the Tower is present. It can be that you're restructuring and now you're getting into a new schedule. Some of you, for example, you could have just retired, because the World card can be the end of a cycle. And it can be that now you're finding a new pace. Maybe your friends have not retired at the same time as you, and now you're trying to find your soul tribe, or trying to fit in with a different pace, focus on your projects. For some of you, as I mentioned, you could have moved to a new neighborhood or be thinking about changing, or maybe you've changed jobs, or perhaps some of you, life has changed and you're a little bit more of a homebody, or you have like certain responsibilities. Some of you could be a carer, and you feel that, you know, of course, whilst you love what you do, it's hard to find time for you to be able to have that balance to go out and do things for yourself or connect to new people. But I do feel that you will find that balance. You know, the Two of Pentacles can be to be constantly moving around, but needing to find some sort of structure. That's what that Emperor is all about, because that is when you are going to sort of influence your circumstances and really carve out some time for you. The Two of Pentacles reminds you that things are going to develop in unexpected ways, but there must be balance. You must have some balance between work and responsibilities and fun. Okay, so a lot of you, this is about recalibrating there, but also finding peace. A lot of you are eradicating drama, and you have two twos here. So I would say a lot of you are preparing. So it could be that you're getting more active, or you're paying more attention to beauty routines, for example, or paying more attention to the energy of the places that you're going, or the energy of the people that you're going with, for example, because I feel like you are in a new period in your life where you're thinking more in terms of energy, in terms of alignment, in terms of purpose, and making sure that the person that you allow into your life is aligned with who you are and what you want. Okay, and this Nine of Cups, this indicates the circumstances outside of yourself. So this means that there are other forces beyond your human control influencing your situation. You're actually being guided towards love, your soulmate, a person to fall in love with. Okay, so I feel you are going to be in a period of alignment with your soulmate. I feel, this is love coming on in. So if you have a love wish, always imagine the sort of person you want to be with, see them like you are with them right now. Right down to the details, and it shall become your reality. So with that Nine of Cups there, I'm seeing that fortune cookie again. So perhaps the fortune cookie literally says a love wish will come true, or you will align with the person of your dreams, or something like that, because this is a dream come true card. It is a wish fulfillment card. So I definitely see here that you will achieve your desire of meeting a person who shares your love language or aligns with your beliefs. And I say that because you have that Ten of Pentacles there. If you're looking for a certain type of a relationship, then you need to meet a person who is looking in the same direction as you. That's important because you have the Chariot card there, and if those two horses, if they're like leading in different directions, it's misaligned and it's all going to come apart. The wheels are going to come off. So it indicates that you need to meet a person who is wanting the same things as you in life, and that's when you are aligned. You can meet a person who loves all of you, completely submerged in feelings of love, of passion, and you can feel the same way about them. But if you want certain things in your relationship, or you see your direction or your future a certain way, and the person that you're with doesn't see those things for their future, and you don't share the same goals, the commonalities, then of course it's a misalignment. Doesn't mean there's not love there. It just means that both of you want different things, and you have to move away from that in order to open space for a person who does align with the things that you want. And I really feel with that Nine of Cups, you are going to attract a person who is perfect for you, but also looking in the same direction as you when it comes to love. Now, the hope and a fear position, we got the Knight of Pentacles here. So some of you may feel that your love life has stalled, stagnant, nothing's happening, because the Knight of Pentacles is stationary, okay? And I definitely see here that the fear would be that you'd meet a person and they just don't work in a relationship, as in they don't bring it, as it were. They don't invest in the same way as you do, or they just take, and it's one-sided. That would be the worst. Okay. Also, meeting a stubborn person would probably be, a fear there as well. You need someone who's fun, someone who's strong enough to walk by your side, someone who's excited by life, who's adventurous, someone who is honest and kind and a good listener. So I feel, your hope there is someone who stays by your side, someone who's true blue, someone who makes an effort, someone who basically is faithful, and someone who commits to the relationship, is dedicated to the relationship. And I definitely see here you're going to meet someone who is exactly like that. And we do have this Five of Pentacles here. Now the Five of Pentacles, it can be to let go of something. Okay, so I would say some of you are breaking free from something, perhaps because we have the tree here. It could be a responsibility, or it could be that for some of you, not all of you, some of you may have been a little bit unwell recently, and you've just been healing and recalibrating, and it can be that you're getting back to best and that you'll be moving forward. Okay, so I want you to be aware that it is a process, and it should be taken step by step. But the Five of Pentacles, it can indicate sudden change, okay? And I'm going to pull a card on this because this can indicate that you either separate from someone. Some of you could literally be going through this separation right now as you're listening to this reading, but it can be that you actually break free from something that you feel is not really growing, or you cannot see that you're going to grow with this person. As I said, I feel like there's a flirtation here, and you kind of like decide to walk away from this. So it could be that you're letting someone down, but let me just see. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God, Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? I mean, this is the outcome energy, and the Five of Pentacles can be that it is a struggle to find the right person, and there is a yearning there, a longing. And we do have that Ten of Wands there, which can indicate that some of you, you know, there's still some baggage to let go of, but you're going through this process. The overarching energy with the World as your end card tells me that you are closing down a chapter and you are clearing space. Okay, and I feel this is you decluttering, releasing emotions or relationships or even situations where they don't belong in your life anymore. You've been carrying something around with you for a long time, and it could be responsibilities. But whatever it is, I feel like the Ten of Wands is always an indication that you're nearly there. The figure in the Ten of Wands is always close to home, you know, so it can be that you go out of your home, you know, to explore new places and new faces, but then you meet someone who is feeling like home. And that in itself is important, because remember, home is a feeling. It's not a place, it's a feeling. So we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Five of Wands. So, I mean, this is an indication of rivalry. Again, you've got the same card popping out, Five of Wands right there. So you will have options, okay? Someone vying for your attention, and the Page of Pentacles indicates someone new vying for your attention. So I would say that you're going to meet someone who is mature, okay, and someone who, and this is in age, so you may meet someone who is a little bit older in age, and there's a flirtation there. It's kind of nice, but I feel like you meet someone that really captures your heart, and they're a little bit younger than you, okay? So don't let that put you off, but I do see a new start. Pages tend to be new energy, okay? For some of you, you could actually meet this person at a place where you study, because Page of Pentacles can be to study or to be going to a new job or a new place, for example. But I would say you meet someone where it's like you've dreamt this person to being, like you've always been meant to meet this person. You'll just know. As soon as you meet this person, you will just know. Pages are new people coming into your life where it's like inside you just kind of realize this is the one that I've been always meant to meet. My guides actually just said, you meet someone who is worthy of your investment. So that's what I'm being given there. You meet someone who is worthy of your investment, someone who's caring, who is very sociable, someone who is, I just heard good at making money, although that's beside the side. Yeah, I'm just going to pull another card on that, because I am getting this energy. This person is very responsible, very fun to be with, a good listener. King of Swords. I mean, look at the cards. You're getting like 2 kings, 2 knights. This is telling me that there's definitely someone else that you're about to meet. So you could meet a person who still has strong fire in their chart, but they also could have a bit of Gemini energy. And because the King of Swords has popped out, it can indicate that this person is from a different part of the world than you. So I'm definitely seeing that there. This person, they're a leader is what I'm being given, or they are someone who is well known in their industry, someone who has honor. They're a clear thinker, they're truthful, they're decisive. This person has a lot of charisma, and this person is very articulate as well. So they mean what they say. Their word is their bond, is what I'm being given. But I would say you are going to have a choice. It may not feel like it right now, but I definitely see here that you're going to have a choice. And again, even these cards, they highlight someone who's older and someone who's younger is going to be coming your way. And you are going to have to make a decision on who you choose, okay? That Ten of Wands indicates that you may have to end something. a flirtation or something that you feel is not going anywhere, okay? And, you know, the Ten of Wands literally means there's a need for change. You're feeling restless, a change of direction is necessary, and it can indicate that you're very close to meeting the person you're meant to be with. And then the Chariot card, this is an achievement of a desire. It is a commitment. It is you making progress, sudden movement and improvement in your circumstances. And I feel this is about you successfully meeting the one that you're meant to be with. There's even 2 horses here. So, you know, I feel the predominant energy of the person that you're meeting, you could meet someone who's got very strong Sagittarius energy in their chart, because I know this is not a Sagittarian card, it's a Cancerian card, but I'm just being given this sense of wild and free and passionate and adventurous, and someone that you'll travel a lot with, and someone that, you know, really gets you, really sees you, someone who's really fun to be with. And yeah, I feel it's both of you heading in the same direction. So yeah, I'm excited about this. The Chariot card literally means that you are locked on and achieve your desire. And that's a co-aligning card there with the World, because that means you reach your goal. And so does the Chariot card. It means that you hit your target of finding love. That which you feel like you lack, you shall have with that Knight of Cups there. So I'm just going to pull some final cards before I close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarian? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Okay, so we have chemistry, we have respect, we have influence, and we have spy. Okay, so influence there. So I feel like you could be told about a event or some sort of experience that perhaps you may go to. You know, this is someone whispering in someone's ear, but we do have a cell phone here as well. So it could be a call. As I mentioned earlier, it's like I feel like someone calls you. Okay, so that's something that's coming out there as well. Now, the spy can indicate that some of you have a crush already. You're connected to someone. Maybe there's a bit of a frisson. I feel this is the first step towards meeting a soulmate. That's what's happening there as well. But for some of you, this could be that you are kind of investigating new places to go to, different things. So you could be scrolling on your cell phone and suddenly find something that you really want to go to at this time. And it's something you discuss with a friend or a family member with that 10 of Pentacles. And wherever this event is, or whatever it is you are attending, or even invited to, because the Knight of Cups can be an invitation to something that you're absolutely going to love. I feel this is where you're going to meet a person where there is real chemistry, not just passion, not just like physical attraction. This is something more. This is the ingredient, the missing ingredient that perhaps you've been looking for in a person. We have respect there. The Emperor is all about respect, and the Emperor came out there. So I feel you're about to meet a person who, you know, will lead the way and highlight that they're not afraid to express themselves, and they're looking to settle down. And I feel like you'll meet this person, and I don't feel it's going to be like fast-paced. I feel like it's going to be a natural, organic pace to this relationship. But I feel this person, they don't mind public displays of affection as well. So if you're someone who doesn't like that, then of course they will temper their actions to meet you halfway, is what I see there. But ultimately, I feel this person, they are strong enough to walk by your side, this new person, and they want to let everybody know that they're with you. Okay, not because they're jealous or they're protective or overprotective or, you know, controlling. It's just that they're proud to be with you, and they see you as a gift to be with. And finally, we have chemistry there as well. So I would say that, yeah, there's going to be some chemistry with you and a person where there's a flirtation, but I also feel like you meet a person where there is that missing ingredient. So you will have to choose. This is the spark, okay? And I feel this is where you reach where it feels like home. As I said, the Ten of Wands can be that finally you meet a person and you're home. Okay, and that's what I'm getting from this energy. So I'll just pull a trinket or a rune before we close your reading. Okay, oh my gosh. So we got the engagement ring there. This literally means commitment, okay? As you can see there, I mean, it's not a real diamond, but it's representative of a diamond. So that can indicate that you've been formed under pressure. Yes, you've been going through a lot, but I definitely see here that you're going to be in a high-level commitment. And it's like the universe, they left the best for last. So I really feel there is an incredible connection coming in for you where you will have a bond with this person, but also I feel like, you know, you unite with this person and there is a high level commitment where you basically understand each other and it's a meeting of hearts and minds. Both of you come together and you're falling in love and you make a commitment to each other. You'll definitely get engaged with each other, that's for sure. Maybe even build a home with each other with that Four of Pentacles. And finally, we have the Harvest rune. Okay, this is the Ya rune, which basically indicates reward, peace of mind, but most importantly, this is a rune of commitment. Okay, you could have got any rune in there, but this is the one of commitment. So I would say, yes, you are on a trajectory to meet the person that you're meant to be with. There's a little bit of a flirtation in between, but then you will be guided to the right person that will be your soulmate. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Sagittarians. Thank you so much, and love and light.